Welcome to the April Vini Curiosity Wine Club case. This is one hell of a case. Anyway, first of all, some just general information, and that is to say your delivery is going to be in the last week of March and not in the first week of April. The reason for that is where Easter's falling. The amount of wine tastings that the trade have shoved into April is off the scale. So, there's a Decanter World Wine Award judging week, which I've got to do a little bit of that. I haven't got to, but I love it. So I'm going to go and do a bit of that. And there is also Vin Italy. There's also Grandi Langhi, which is the massive Barolo Barbaresco tasting. And honestly, I'm not going to miss out on that unless I really have to. So we're going to pull forward the deliveries, and it kind of all makes a lot of sense. So your delivery is, if you're getting it delivered to your house, will be on the 29th of March. If you're a local, we'll be dropping off on the 29th and 30th, and the online tasting will be on the 31st of March. So, online tasting is going to be rather excellent. If you are not a member of the wine club and you want to find out just what it's all about, and you love Piemontese wines, because this is a bit Piemonte dominated. I have been in the Piemonte for a couple of months, so my head's slightly twisted that way. Do go and look up Vini Curiosity tasting. Buy a tasting box. This is one of the best tastings we'll have done for a bit. Well, since the last one anyway. It's fantastic. And look forward to seeing you. So that's 7 o'clock, 31st of March. So that's it. Now the wines. The wines, we start off, we're picking up from Camillo Favaro next week. And it'll be coming back in the back of my van, and it is the Tredici Mesi, or the 13, Erbaluce di Calusso. It's arguably the best Erbaluce you can buy. It's matured in concrete eggs. It's from the Calusso region, which is up above Torino. It's one of the last villages before you leave into the Aosta region, heading up from Mont Blanc. It just has such intensity, such power, such weight. It's fantastic wine. It might be wine number 2, and I think wine number 1 is actually going to be from Vicentini, and it's their single vineyard Soave. So it's volcanic rock. It's Il Casale. It's Tre Bicchieri in the Gambero Rosso. It's magnificent wine. Vicentini family, again, very small. Camillo's even smaller, but these are both real artisan small bottle production wines. Nothing too funky about them. They're both very straight winemaking. The Soave is heading more towards that kind of, it's starting to take on a bit of fatness, even though it doesn't have barrel aging. It's got some real minerality, complexity, great weight to it. It's super wine. So, yeah, those are the two wines. They're both fantastic. So we've got one from the Veneto and one from Piemonte. Then when it comes to the reds, I've gone a little bit, if you don't enjoy Piemonte, you might want to skip the Nebbiolo, you might want to skip this case. It is Bramatera and Lessona, both from Colombera and Garella. So Christian Colombera is, getting myself confused, Giacomo and Christian are the driving force behind Colombella and Garella, Christian Garella and Giacomo Colombera, and they're just down the road here actually, because I'm in Biella at the moment. So, and different villages, so Bramatera and Lessona, both making Nebbiolo. They're both the 2018 vintage, which is kind of off the scale. It's just superb. So we're going to compare those two together, and that's going to be such good fun. I can't wait to do that. This is high altitude, Alto Piemonte Nebbiolo villages. And then I've done something really crazy. We bought our first Carema, which we're really excited about. And this is from a guy called Milanesio at Achille. Now, he only makes 340 bottles of Carema. That's it. No more. That's his total production, and we've got 120 of them. They weren't cheap, as you'll notice when you see the prices on the sheet. But the wine's immaculate. It's pretty much perfect. Now these are made on high terraces in high terraces in the Carema area, and now Carema's just above where Camilo Favaro is. So it's that next region up before you get to Donas, which is another one which we'll return to another time. But it's a Nebbiolo village. It used to be controlled entirely by the cooperative, really. So they call it the Produttori di Carema. They purposefully didn't call it a cooperative, because in the old days, actually, the cooperative didn't make the wine. They used to age it. Now they do make it, and it's quite a big cooperative, and it's quite successful. But there's a groundswell now of young producers making wine in Carema at Barolo prices or more. I mean, they're not cheap wines, but if you see how the wine's made, just turn up for the slideshow. Crazy terracing systems, such hard work, off the scale, and very, very small production. So Milanesio's got another job as well. You know, he's not just a wine producer. We couldn't make any money out of it. But we've got his wine coming, and it's quite fantastic. So that is Bramatera, Lessona, and Carema, all Nebbiolo, all fantastic. Can't wait to taste those together. And then on the end of it, we chucked Camerlengo. Now, this is from, we call him the king, and his wine's off the scale. This is Aglianico del Vulture, and that's from Basilicata. Now, one of the problems is it's not called Aglianico del Vulture because, unfortunately, Antonio doesn't really want to have anything to do with the other. Well, it's his wine. It's his wine, so he doesn't feel any need to use the DOC. So his wine is just bottled as EGT Basilicata. He's a biodynamic producer. He is ex-architect. He's totally mad about his vines. The vines are immaculate. There's nothing quite like it. He makes wine in Rapala, in one of those ancient caves that's just dug into the side of the mountain. The wines are totally hands-off, so all wild yeast fermentation, no filtration. Honestly, all of these reds are for this one. And a very, very different take. So you've got Aglianico, one wine, and 3 Nebbiolos. This is going to be a magnificent tasting. I can't wait. So if you haven't got the small bottles to do the small bottle tasting, I really do suggest you get them ordered as quick as possible, because this is an extraordinary one. So you've got, yeah, it is a bit Piemontese heavy. You've got 4 Piemonte wines. You've got one from the Veneto, and you've got one from Basilicata. But super exciting. It's going to be great. So look forward to seeing you on the 31st at the tasting. Hope you can make it. If you're interested in joining the wine club, give me a shout, get in touch, just sign up for it online. Just get a Bat Wine tick in the thing that says wine club, go to Vini Curiosity and say, yes, I want to be a member right now, because there are spare bottles available and some more for sale. Don't worry, members, I'm keeping reservations back for you. All is well in the universe. So look forward to seeing you in March. Bye.